Don't wait till you feel completely comfortable, because you probably never will.
Hello and welcome to Optimum Consulting, a podcast where we dive into HR topics, share valuable insights, and inspiring stories about work and life. My name is Kimi, the marketing manager here at Optimum. I am delighted to be your host today. And joining me today is Alicia, our group and business development manager. Hi Alicia. So as many of you know, March marks International Women's Day, a time to celebrate achievements, reflect on how far we've come, and continue the important conversations that shape our workplace and communities. In that spirit, today we are exploring a topic that remains incredibly relevant and powerful: empowering women in their careers and leadership. So today, we'll hear more about Alicia's 40-year career journey, the experiences that shaped her, the turning points along the way, and how she arrived here at the Optimum Consulting. As a leader in HR consulting and a recruitment company, I am sure she has a wealth of experience, and her story will truly inspire us.
Thanks, Kimmy. Wow, 40 years. I think I started working before electricity was actually around. But honestly, I began, like most people, not entirely sure what I was going to do. I started in fashion, and then I had the opportunity to move into travel. And this gave me a taste and a passion for what I love today. Like most Aussies and Kiwis, I then took off after 5 years of working here and went overseas, worked over there in numerous jobs. I loved the education sector, and when I came back to Australia, I actually worked for Griffith University for a while. I then had a friend reach out to me and say, listen, I think you should have a go at working in recruitment. And I was like, I'm not too sure, but anyway, took the leap forth, and here I am. I didn't have a grand plan, and I was really just focusing on working hard, putting my best foot forward, and I think being curious really does help you in your profession. I feel that the biggest changes came for me because it's probably technology within the industry. I started working when there were paper files, fax machines, etc. And of course now everything's online. So, but the big part about our role is that relationships haven't changed. It's all about relationships. Looking back, my career wasn't a straight ladder. It was more of a winding path, but I've loved every minute of it.
Yeah. I think it's just very natural to feel like I'm not sure where I'm going, where my career path would lead me to, and just take that path.
Exactly. And look, you know what? And 40 years later, I'm still learning, and I love it.
That's great. Well, so looking back, was there a defining moment or a turning point that changed your professional path?
Yeah, look, that's a great question. I think for many years, I didn't really have a career. I was cruising along, quite happy doing whatever would come along and land on my desk, as long as it paid my bills and I could go on holiday. It really wasn't until a friend reached out to me, and she said to me, I think you should give recruitment a go. And I thought, my first instinct was to say, no, I'm not going to do that. But I said yes, and the decision changed everything. I think that meant she obviously realised I was great with people, I'm a curious person, and the role has suited me to the ground. So it was just for a friend reaching out, so I jumped at the opportunity.
Yeah, and I know that, so Alicia has been with Optimum Consulting for over 23 years, so it should be something. It should be something, everyone.
Yeah.
Well, so in your experience, what are the most common barriers of women still face in the workforce today?
So I would say, Kimmy, the most barriers for women are probably still maternity leave. The reason being, we all have to take it, but we can take 3 weeks, 3 months, even up to 6 years. And the longer you're out of the workforce, the more effect it has on your actual career. Because when you come back into the workforce, it really means that you're sort of starting from 6 years ago and you have to move forward. So that's a big barrier, I think, today. There is some real positives, though. There's more diversity in the boardroom as we're moving forward, and the gender pay gap is definitely getting smaller in some industries and others not. And I hope it gets closer as the years roll on.
Before we move on, I will have to mention something very exciting about Alicia. So Alicia just got back to work literally just last week, and she's returned from an incredible trip where she volunteered at the Winter Olympics 2026 closing ceremony. And honestly, the first thing came to my mind was, how does she do it? How does she do it? Like, Alicia,
I was really lucky.
Yeah.
I have a friend that lives in Verona, and she rang me last year and she said, look, I'm putting my name down. I'm going to volunteer at the Winter Olympics. And she said, would I like to join her? And I was like, gosh, I'd love to join you. So we went over there. I did a quick stint in Milan, and then we went down to Verona and we spent 3 days practicing for the closing ceremony and seeing it through, which was just a chance in a lifetime.
For sure. Yeah. It's truly like something like I wish I could do. But yeah. So because of that, can you just give us some tips how to manage your time, like before, in between work and life?
Yeah. I'd say you have to be highly organised. We all work to enjoy life, so make sure you do this. Sometimes we get so focused on work and that we forget that about life in general. We only live once, so make sure you really do take that time out. And sometimes it's like, no, park work and go and do what you want to do, because you actually come back feeling so refreshed and really invigorated.
Yeah, for sure, and we will love our job more than just work, and just career, and we have no hobbies that not going to be very healthy.
Exactly.
I don't think. Yes. So finally, the last question that I would have for Alicia is, if you could give a piece of advice to your younger self at the start of your career, what would it be?
Wow, Kimmy, that's a powerful question and a great way to end. If I could give my younger self a piece of advice, it would be, don't wait till you feel completely comfortable, because you probably never will. Growth happens in those really stretched moments, not the comfortable moments. So go forth and conquer.
Wow. Wow, thank you so much, Alicia. You put me on the spot that I don't know what to say. It's just so powerful. I just saw like her story just inspiring me so much. And yeah, I think after this podcast, I will have to think about my career again, think about myself again. And yeah, to wrap this up, I hope everyone enjoyed. If you are listening or watching this podcast, and if you've learned something, please like and comment below, letting us know, and we will come up with more ideas, and we'll have more podcasts like this. Kimmy, Optimum Consulting.
Thanks,
and
Kimmy.
Alicia.
Thank you.